giving King a chance to exit. And then we'll go and give Robin a chance to get off her live stream in the back over there.
You want me
We
to take
straight?
the live off?
Oh no, we're
Okay.
good. Yeah, we're good. Are we good? Everything's straight. Y'all happy with both camera angles?
Cause yeah, I tried to make it fill the screen, but by filling the screen, it's making it look.
That's weird. We need to
So
probably check
I
to see
just.
what's going on with that camera before next week.
Because it's not like it
good
was
now.
last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the stream that she uses for People TV. That's the one she uses to edit. So I don't know. She can probably make it look the way she wants it to look.
I mean, you got two separate videos, so.
We behind time, Gabriel.
I'm looking on YouTube.
Oh,
We good. I'm recording.
she's already hit stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We good.
Come on, Joy.
All right.
Gabriel, when you come back in, don't forget my papers.
Oh yeah, I got you.
You got your keys, Gabriel?
What are you doing with my keys?
All right. So we're gonna be about 5 minutes off.
Okay.
Robin's still got this on. All right, everyone. For those who came in a few minutes late, welcome to the Regina Sunshine Show here at Regina Sunshine Global Networks. We just ask that you put your phone on vibrate or silent. If you want to stream live on your Facebook page, you can actually go to Regina Sunshine Robinson on Facebook and share the live stream from there. So we're feeding directly into the laptop directly. Our mics are going directly into the system, so to even be a better sound quality. Or if you want to stream from your phone, you can. All right, are we ready?
Yes.
We're ready.
We ready?
You can take the phone. Hello, everyone. It's your girl, Regina Sunshine, coming to you live from the Regina Sunshine Show. Yes, here at Regina Sunshine Global Networks, where I bring you my version of what used to be midday motivation, now Monday motivation, helping you get a Regina Sunshine state of mind. And I'm so excited about today's show and about the guests we have in studio. Well, I have to say this first of all. For those who've been watching the show for a while, you know I've been looking for a game show to broadcast here at Regina Sunshine Global Networks, where we just handled that, didn't we? Station manager, Miss Christine Gardner, about 30 minutes ago. We got our first game show out here. I can't wait for y'all to hear about it. It's going to be big. But anyway, so great things are happening here at Regina Sunshine Global Network. Today's guest on my show, I have Miss Lakeisha Copeland, Barbara Baylor, Haj Womack, and Miss Desiree Dixon, who just sashayed in the room, and I can't wait for you guys to meet her. But before we start the show, and I know we're a few minutes behind, I do want to mention my sponsors for Regina Sunshine Global Network. First of all, to Lanita Mitchell Blackwell, the founder of Leading Through Living Community and also Bold Favor Magazine, the whole Bold Favor Media Group. Thank you, Lanita, for supporting our efforts here. You can check out what she does at leadingthroughliving.com and also at boldfavormagazine.com. Second sponsor, Mrs. Terry Searcy, the owner of Studio T, which is the facility in which Regina Sunshine Global Network is housed. Big shout out to him. Thank you for believing in me and what we do at Regina Sunshine Global Network. And if you guys are looking for a space to hold your weddings, your receptions, birthday parties, we could talk about doing a stage play here, a number of other things. Come and check us out at Studio T. We actually have 2 spaces. If you're looking at me, this wall behind me is retractable, so we can double the space here in the studio. But all kinds of events are held in this facility. So if you're looking for a great space with free parking, which I know is huge to a lot of people, this is a space that you might want to consider. All right, I got to rush through my announcements, Christine. Yeah, I'm good? Okay. So I do want to mention, I guess maybe just 2 announcements, and then I'm going to go on because I can't wait for you guys to meet my guests. I will be in Greenwood, South Carolina from Thursday to Saturday or maybe Sunday of this week. I'm doing it's a private invite event on Thursday I'm speaking at, so I can't mention that one, but I'll be in town on Thursday. But I have 2 book signings at the His Place bookstore at the Alcoves there. One Friday night from 4 to 6, and then Saturday morning from 10:30 to 12:30. So come by. People in Greenwood are always saying, you don't come back to Greenwood anymore, where I'm going to be Greenwood. So I'm going to be available for dinner on Thursday, for whoever wants to buy me dinner Thursday, for breakfast on Friday, right? For lunch on Friday, for whoever wants to host me. So y'all can stop complaining that you never see me in South Carolina anymore. So you can get more information about those book signings at reginasunshine.com. Also, for those who don't know, and I didn't bring one up here with me, but I'm also the editor-in-chief of Bold Plus magazine. We just launched our summer issue with the founder and CEO of Curvy Girl Enterprises, Miss Andriana Williams, on our cover. It's a beautiful cover. Shout out to my whole Bold Plus team, our social media director, Christine Gardner. Yes, you want to bring, well, you know what? I got a little runner in the building. Miss Robin Shockley is actually going to bring me a copy of the magazine. Wave to the people, Robin. You might as well sit down for a minute because I believe, didn't you contribute to this issue?
Yes.
This is our summer issue of Bold Plus magazine, and I believe you wrote your first column. See, you always got to be ready for anything around here. You think you're coming from one thing, you end up in front of the camera. Yeah. So you wrote your first column?
I did.
Tell them the name of your column.
My column is Focus Forward Robin.
And what is it about?
And it's about potential, purpose, and passion, and running with it. If you think a thing, you believe a thing. If you believe a thing, you can achieve it.
Supposed to be on TV, ain't she? I know.
And guess what? I am.
She is. So we'll see here. Let's make the official announcement. As of August the 13th, 2018, Robin will be broadcasting Focus Forward with Robin here live at Regina Sunshine Global Network. I'm so excited she's going to be here. We got some big plans in store. Are you excited?
I am thrilled. I am thrilled.
Well, I'm so glad you were here. She came into town, you guys, for us to hash out the details. And like I said, she was behind the scenes just doing what Robin does. And thank you, Robin, for running on camera so everybody can see this. So,
bye.
Y'all look out for Robin on Focus Forward Robin here on Regina Sunshine Global Network. But you can get your copy of our Bold Plus magazine at boldfavormagazine.com. I think that's it. There was one, I got to mention this event. August, I know, thank you. I'm getting my time cues thrown at me. The next big event that we're going to be a part of, and I got to mention this because I'm so excited about it. On August the 11th, comedian Jen, if you guys don't know her, she's been opening for Cat Williams for the last couple of months on his tour. Did I say the name right? Not Cat Williams, what's his name? Okay, for a second I thought I called the wrong name. Because y'all all looked at me strange for a second, like, that's not his name. That's not his name. But anyway, she's got the opening for Cat and is still actually working with him. She is launching a company called Big Girl Nation. And the launch event is August the 11th. Bold Plus is in the building. I'm the keynote speaker. We're going to have an awesome time. She is almost sold out on this event. So you guys can look up Jennifer Thomas or Comedian Jen on Facebook, and she has the links there. It's also on my page, reginasunshine.com. But yeah, the big girls are going to turn up in Atlanta on August 11th. It's going to be good. And it's not just an event for big girls. It's called Big Girl Nation. But hey, if you just want to come out and network and meet some amazing people, this would be a good event for you. So that's it. I'm going to mention what I'm thankful for, and then we're going to bring up our first guest. Because I always start every show mentioning what I'm thankful for. And today I wrote down, I'm thankful for faith when I have nothing else. Because let me tell you something. If you have faith and you can stand in the positions God has told you to stand in and wait for those things that he has promised you to manifest, everything else will be okay. And I have been in those positions, and one day when I get to tell the full story behind all the things that I do that people just think just happened for me. Oh, Regina, you just showed up, and people just started. When I really begin to show you the faith and the times that we had to stand still when it looked like nothing was going right, but we trusted God and believed him when what we saw didn't make any sense, it's going to bless you. So I'm telling you, whenever it looks like the opposite of what God told you, trust God. It doesn't have to look like what you think it's going to look like. All you have to do is trust him that he's going to do just what he said he would do. And I promise you he's going to show up and show out. And when he does it, no one else can take the credit but him. And so I'm thankful for that today. So we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, I don't have my sheet in front of me, but I think I'm going to be coming back with Lakeisha Copeland. You're live with Regina Sunshine here on the Regina Sunshine Show on Regina Sunshine Global Network. I got one.
Go ahead.
I got one. All right, Lakeisha. I got one. Just in my stuff, and I didn't want to dig it out while I was talking. Cause you know you don't want to look like you know you don't want to look like you're lost. All right, Christine, my first guess. My first guess.
Keisha, you got the mic on?
Hmm.
You got the mic? Oh,
They're on.
okay.
There's something on your face.
You're fine, huh?
You got something on your face. Or you said no, your nose. I was trying not to live on air. You got it. You got it. Are they saying something's wrong with sound? Okay.
No, it's asking.
All right. That's your water. Awesome. You good? Let me find your stuff because I got this.
Ready?
Almost. I gotta find my stuff. I didn't put it in order. There it is. Ready if you are.
Ready? All right.
All right, you guys, you are back live on the air with your girl Regina Sunshine here on the Regina Sunshine Show on the Regina Sunshine Global Network, and I'm so excited to introduce you to our first guest. Welcome to the show, Miss Lakeisha Copeland. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
So good to have you here. I always like to mention how I met someone, and actually it was Helen from, is it pronounced Bohana?
Yeah.
Marketing and consulting that reached out to me. And I'm always excited when I get to be connected with people that are doing positive things. So thank you so much for being here. So before we get into it, because your bio is extensive, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, it was pages and pages. And I think it's like in 10-point font. So I normally put it in like 14 or 16 so I can read it, but it would have been on so many pages. But tell our audience who you are and what you do.
Hey, I'm an advocate for women and children, and I'm the founder of Daughters Against Domestic Violence, and I host annual events every quarter, every 4 months. And I have an event coming up, and this event is going to be exciting because we're giving away clothes to the community.
Wow.
So it's exciting.
So is this the Winning on Purpose event?
Yes, that's the theme, winning on purpose.
Yes. So where did you come up with that title, Winning on Purpose?
Because the name of my whole organization is Winning While Waiting,
Yeah.
and so my theme's been centered around winning. My last event was Turn Your Pain to Purpose. This event, Winning on Purpose, just being strategic in winning.
I love that. When I first heard that name, Winning While Waiting, where did you get that from? Because a lot of people don't associate waiting with winning, right? So where did you get that name from?
It's a vision that I had to teach women how to stand on their own, that they don't need a man to fulfill them, that they're fulfilled, and that they're a helpmeet. And so just winning while you're waiting on, I mean, it can be a relationship or anything, winning while you're waiting. Like, just don't stop winning.
I love that. I do when I heard that because, you know, my personal motto is not over till I win. So anytime I hear anything with winning in it, it kind of gets my attention. So that jumped out at me immediately. So you do have a big event this Saturday, and you have a number of amazing women that are on the panel with you. Tell our audience a little bit about some of the women who are going to be a part of this event with you.
Well, our celebrity guest speaker is Gina Ruffin. She's the ex of David Ruffin from The Temptations. And our keynote speaker is Maria Bird. She's a minister as well as a radio show host and a motivational speaker.
Yes.
I have R.C. Marshall. She's on the panel. Pastor Erica Rowley. She's on the panel. Kim Baldwin. She's on the panel. I have Marcy's Law coming out.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
And Co-Pastor Howard is coming. Harlan Ross is coming. And International Women's House is coming.
This is an amazing event you put together, and it is housed under your organization, Daughters Against Domestic Violence. Why did you think having this event was important?
And it's important to get the awareness and the prevention for domestic violence, because 1 in 4 women are a victim of serious domestic violence. And when I launch Winning While Waiting, I launch it with my events. I had my first event in October 2016, on my birthday actually. It was on the 22nd. And so far we've done 5. My friend Melissa Williams, she launched one in Tennessee. And so this will be kind of like the 6th one that's coming up in July the 28th. So we hit 2 states and 5 cities. I'm just so happy.
Awesome. So why is this particular topic, domestic violence, why is that so important for you in terms of advocacy?
Just to empower women, uplift their self-esteem. Although I'm not a survivor, haven't been a victim of domestic violence. I just have a passion for women who have been through pain, been through any type of abuse, whether it's verbal, physical, mental. It's just a passion that God gave me. So I just want to touch her humanity.
Well, I love that because so often when someone is actively advocating a particular area, then there's normally some personal tie, or, something they've overcome. But for you to have that vision and to have that passion or love just for those who have been that you haven't even been through is awesome. So this event on Saturday, tell us what I guess your can expect when they come to the event.
They can definitely expect to be empowered. They can expect to leave with knowledge about domestic violence. A lot of people don't know how serious it is. It's a very serious topic and it affects our youth as well, 16 to 24. They will leave with a lot of information. They'll be able to meet my guests, which are doing great things in the community. And they will just leave with pamphlets. We have flyers, clothing, because we have our closet expo. So we have clothing for the community.
I love that. I'm thinking about the whole experience. So this is not just for those who maybe are coming out because they want to support efforts, but you're looking for women as well who need or in need of clothing and different things as well. So is there a charge for the event?
Absolutely
free. Now y'all know around these parts we don't have many free anything. So I'm just excited to know that you were able to put together something of this magnitude and not have to charge anyone. Now, I see you've got Marcy's Law involved. For those who don't know, tell them exactly what Marcy's Law is.
It's a crime victims bill that I've been advocating since I started my events. I met Ann Cassis.
Yes.
And so
I met her at the Capitol.
Yes. Yeah. And I've been advocating. I've been up in to the Capitol advocating. It's a bill for crime victims because right now crime victims don't have anything in the Constitution that'll protect them. They don't have the same rights as the person who did a crime against them. So the rapists actually have more rights than the person who has been raped. Yeah. And so right now it has passed the Senate and it has passed the House, and it will be on the ballot for everyone to vote in November.
That's awesome. I was actually, we hosted Marissa Alexander on my show, and we actually decided we broadcast from the Capitol because once I let Rhonda Thompson and Pastor Sabrina, a lot of those know that Marissa was going to be here. Everybody wanted to do a press conference, so we did a press conference from the Capitol, and the people from Marcy's Law came out to broadcast with us that day. And I had never heard of Marcy's Law until that day. And one of the things I want to share with the audience that I found out that day is a part of Marcy's Law. It requires law enforcement to contact the victim if the perpetrator is being released from prison. Right now, that no one has to let you know that your life is in danger again because this person is back on the street. Well, Marcy's Law will put into effect where they have to contact the victim and say this person's being released. Yes. And of course, this happened because the young lady the bill is named for. Was harmed because she didn't know this young man was back out in the street and he ran up on her. Yeah. And so this is something that's important. I would like to know if someone who hurt a family member of mine is back in the area. Yeah. So I think it's awesome that you have partnered with them.
I was actually at that press conference.
Were we there together?
Yes,
okay.
I knew you looked for me.
There were so many people that packed in because it was at first it started off it was going to be just a small press conference. We looked around and there had to be about 7 or 8 news cameras in the back of the room. It ended up being something awesome that
Pastor
day.
Sabrina, a good friend of mine.
Yes, she keeps me in the loop. She emails me everything that she has going on and everything. Tremendous. So it sounds like, I know for sure you have a tremendous support system in what you do. So that says a lot about the efforts in which you're taking. Age group, what's the age requirement or I guess stipulation for this particular event?
Teenagers can come to our event. We had teenagers to come. There's really no age limit.
All right. I like to ask that because you never know what type of topics are being discussed, but especially with what you mentioned in terms of teen violence. Right. This has to be a conversation we continue to have with our girls. So I'm excited for you. This is going to be something amazing. So if our audience is listening and they're thinking, I don't know if I should or should not come. Why would you say they need to come to this event?
You need to come. It's the event of the year. I have amazing panelists. I have amazing speakers who have been preparing for about 4 to 5 months. And we've just been working hard. And our goal is just not to be famous, but just to touch hurting humanity. That's why I wanted to do the Shop My Closet Expo. Had a lot of people and volunteer and donate gently used and new clothing. And then our speakers, they just come in, and it's just going to be awesome.
Is there anything else you need? Is there anything else you need donated? If people are listening and they have something they want to give?
If you have clothing, you can donate it. You can visit me on social media, Lakeisha Copeland or Winning While Waiting, or you can come to the event and donate at the event. Any donations, we take cash donations or anything.
Awesome. And the event is this Saturday. Give them the
Yes.
the time and the location.
It's at the Microtel Hotel, 2980 Evans Mills Road, and it's in Lithonia, Georgia, at 2 p.m.
Awesome. Well, any parting words, any last words to the audience before you go?
Just remember to win on purpose. Just be strategic in the way you win.
Awesome. And your social media. One more time, give them your social media.
Lakeisha, Lakisha, Copeland. And that's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and also Winning While Waiting.
Awesome. I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited for you because I know you're not supposed to ask people the age, but you look like you're 16 sitting here on camera. But can you hang around to the end of the show?
Sure.
So at the end of the show, we'll bring all the guests back and we'll close out together.
Sure, absolutely.
Awesome. Well, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I'll be live here with Miss Barbara Baylor here on the Regina Sunshine Show on the Regina Sunshine Global Network. Awesome. Y'all give her a hand. You ready, Miss Barbara? With your sunflowers on. You came brand it down, didn't you? I like those bracelets. I thought you had one on.
No, I have two.
And it's all shiny on your shirt.
Sunflowers in motion. I'll talk a little bit about that
You'll talk about-
after you.
Okay,
Whatever.
well, you know, I got a little bit. I got your bio too. I got your, and it's all this teeny, tiny writing.
Doing 15 or 20?
I'm just rolling right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
checking.
know because I started late.
I didn't have the time and I was ready to pull
I
it
know.
up and you just stopped early.
I know it's on me.
Okay, I'm
It's
just
on me.
checking.
I was trying to catch back up, then just kind of bring everybody back to
Okay,
give them those few extra
Gotcha.
minutes. All right, are we ready?
ready. You good?
All right, you guys, you're back live on the air with your girl Regina Sunshine here on the Regina Sunshine Show on the Regina Sunshine Global Network. And I'm so excited to have someone that I guess I saw her on social media before I got to meet her face to face. But welcome to the show, Miss Barbara Baylor.
Thank you. I'm so excited myself. I feel myself grinning now, but I'm so
Well,
excited.
you know, when I was interviewing
What a
Lakeisha,
blessing.
you were back there grinning the whole time. I kept looking over there, you were grinning from ear.
I know. It's like,
to
this
ear.
is awesome. I didn't even know about your show. I know, but I'm so glad to be here. Thank you
Well,
for this
thank you.
awesome invitation.
Well, you know,
you.
even before I saw the video of you on Facebook, I'd heard about you
Okay.
from your daughter.
Right,
And so whenever we were on the phone and you mentioned the sun, I said, I know who you are. I know exactly who you are. So that, you know, one of the things I like to start with is how I met someone. So I was on the Women of Douglasville page, and this lady was teaching a line dancing class on a video, and I was like, who is that? And I immediately reached out to her, and then we had a conversation and found out that I knew her daughter, and we'd met before, and her daughter had edified you. I have to say that edified you on such a high level, how awesome you were, and how just a good giver you were, and a lover of people.
She's a
So
sweetheart.
it's pouring out of you. I see what she's talking about
Thank you.
already.
Thank you.
So, it's a number of things that are in your bio that we're going to mention, and then we'll end up with the line dancing
Okay.
at the end. But when I got your bio, everything I see here is related to health and wellness and public health. How did you get into the arena of public health?
Oh my goodness, that's gonna take me back. But before I do that, I want to give you a sunflower.
This for me?
Yes, this is for you to wear.
Oh, y'all
And
got gifts.
I'm gonna talk a little bit about the sunflower, but she's Regina Sunshine, so we both have. I've given her a sunflower.
Oh, that's so awesome.
For doing that. But I actually stumbled across public health some 30 years ago. I thought I would get a master's degree in social work. And then I realized what I wanted to do was to be more from the community up, not a top-down model,
Yes.
which social work is. It's a good model, but it is from the top down. Public health is a community model, works from the community up.
Yes.
So I actually stumbled across, and I realized that that was my niche, that being a public health professional and talking about the health of a community
Yes.
and what we need to do to make our communities healthy is what I was really interested. So I've dedicated my life to public health. I've worked at health departments, I've taught at universities, I've worked on the Hill. I've
I
just
saw
done a number of
everywhere.
things.
You have been
And
everywhere.
and I'm retired now, but it's still my passion. It's my passion to the core that even with what's happening today, we as a community have to figure out how are we going to be healthy as a community? How do we help one another?
Yes.
How do we help our neighborhoods? And so that's how I got into
Well, it's a
public health.
beautiful thing when you can take your passion and it be something you do as a career, and then also something you do, outside of that personally. I mean, that's like what I call the dream life.
Yes.
Most people, work somewhere because they need $1, right?
Yes.
And it's not something that they love. But it sounds like your entire life you've been able to work in positions that are directly tied to what you love and what you're passionate about.
Yes, and that just is nothing but God and the blessings, because I've been able to travel all over the country, outside the country, internationally, doing public health and working with community organizations, working with faith organizations, working with individuals, just teaching, training how to be healthy.
That's awesome. And so you're retired now, I
Yes.
guess, from the official.
We got somebody that said they can't hear her.
Can hear her?
Yeah, it says her mic isn't not like yours.
How about now? We'll just keep going.
Okay.
So, so now you're retired.
Yes.
Supposedly retired.
Yes,
You're not
supposedly,
really
right. I'm
retired.
not really
You
retired.
just
I'm
moved
semi-retired,
on, yeah,
yeah.
to a different phase. But you're still continuing in your pursuit of assisting people with their health. And tell us about the Sunflower Life Enterprises.
Okay. I have to go back a little bit personal, Regina, to talk a little bit about me, if you
That's
don't mind.
fine. Mhm.
I back in 2000, I suffered depression, and I started thinking about what I wanted to do with that after I was, doing talk therapy and taking my meds, and I knew I wanted to start some sort of business, that had health in it.
Yes.
And my daughter, bless her heart, gave me sunflowers, because I always liked the sunflowers. She gave me sunflowers after I was finished with one of my treatments. And she said, well, Mom, what are you going to call your business? And I happened to be laying in the bed that day, and I looked over at the beautiful sunflowers, and I said, Sunflower Life, sunflower. And there is a whole ministry, Regina, around sunflowers that people do not really realize. That the sunflower, when you think about the sunflower, what do you think about? You think about happiness. You
Yes.
think about joy. You think about vitality. You think about enthusiasm. You just think about love. You think about being cherished. So the sunflower, for me, represents that. And so my vision with Sunflower Life is that people will embrace the characteristics of the sunflower, which will allow them then to live healthy lives, mind, body, and spirit. So with Sunflower Life, I do that through my workshops, education, training, teaching, helping people to promote that. So how do you do that? Through the lens, within the lens of the
Yes.
sunflower characteristics.
And that's
So
what I'm going to ask.
that's how.
So what are some of those characteristics?
The happiness,
Okay.
the joy, strength, being strong. The sunflower has a stalk that really cannot be cut down. The sunflower is strong. And one of the main things about the sunflower is that as a seedling, it goes back and forth. It tracks the sun. That is the reason it's called the sunflower, because it's sun-loving habits. It tracks the sun. And when it gets up to a certain height, it tilts itself and faces the sun. So the number one thing for us as healthy people is to embrace the sun. And as a Christian,
I was just gonna say, I was already
embrace
there.
the sun, S-U-N, and I
Yes.
say embrace the sun,
S-O-N.
S-O-N.
Yes.
So I use that as the main thing, and also standing strong. The other thing about the sunflower, Regina, is that it does not tolerate shade. Now, isn't that something? Because, now listen to this. When I first did this, that word shade was, I'm older than you are, was not in the vocabulary. I was throwing shade. And now it has become to me, I have to let my life be a sunflower. I don't want to tolerate shade.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in the shade. And I don't want other people to tolerate shade on their life because it brings down your mental health. And all of this is connected because did you know that stress and anxiety now is an epidemic in the United States? People are worried, they're anxiety prone, they're stressful, and it's weighing on our mental health. Not just us, but the children.
Yes.
I just did a workshop with that about the children and their mental health. The children are stressed. Everybody is stressed. It's epidemic. So I use my sunflower, to talk about how we woosah, how do we stay calm. And look at your sunflower. It's beautiful.
This brings me joy just sitting here.
It's joy. It brings you joy. It brings you peace.
Yes.
It calms you. So, and then the other thing about the sunflower, not just the stalk is strong, but everything about the sunflower is edible. I don't know if many people know that. The sunflower seeds, we know about the sunflower seeds, they're good for you. But the leaves also have many health properties, like diabetes and high blood pressure. The whole flower is edible.
Wow.
We don't, so I've studied a lot about the sunflower. And so through the sunflower, I want people to, my slogan, which I have trademarked, is always let your life, Regina, reflect the sunflower inside of you. And what I mean by that is that think of the fruits of the Spirit. That is what you need to have on the inside of you, the love, the peace, the harmony, the giving, the gentleness, the humbleness. Let those characteristics of that radiate so that you can mentor other people, give back to other people. And I want God to live inside of me like the sunflower lives inside of me, to radiate out to other people. So that's my whole sunflower. I could talk all day, and I know you got other guests
in just a few minutes
about the sunflower.
Yes.
And I just want people to be at peace. So a part of the sunflower, my sunflower business, has to do with mental health, but there's also the physical health, and that's where sunflowers in motion.
Yes.
So
Well.
I want people to be healthy physically and mentally.
Yeah.
And through the sunflower does dance. And people who know the history of the sunflower know that it sways. Remember I said it tilts and finds the sun. So sunflowers do dance. So sunflowers in motion. That's where.
I learned a lot. Did y'all did y'all take notes or something? I mean, it's such a beautiful thing when I think about the fact that God gave you all this prior to even the movements we're seeing now, and the timing is perfect for what you're doing because people need the information. And you've already introduced sunflowers in motion, which is what I saw
Right.
on the video, which I have to talk about. I love the idea of this line dance class that you're doing because it gives people an opportunity to have physical exercise in a fun way. And, I think I mentioned to you on the phone, it was like 2 weeks ago, I had a friend just came off of a cruise, and she posted on Facebook, I wish there was a line dance class that I could take because I was on the cruise and I didn't know all the line dances that everybody else knew. And I told you what?
Yeah,
there's a market.
There's a market for that.
There's a market.
Do you realize?
Hashtag cruise. Hashtag, I'm telling you. And we'll talk about that afterwards, my marketing strategy for making that happen. But where did the idea come to start a line dancing class?
Well, I have to say, I lived in Cleveland for 15 years. And while I was there, that's also where I had the depression. And while I was there, it was a beautiful woman, and I'll give her a shout out, Regina Gigi Franklin. And she got a grant from Cleveland Arts, I'm not sure what it's called, but it's arts there. And she started a line dance certification. and it was called Hearts Academy. And Hearts stands for Healthy Eating and Rhythms Through Steps. Hearts.
Awesome.
And so I took it because I love dancing. I'm always prancing, even as a child, dancing, tap dancing, ballet, whatever. So I took her class and became a certified line dance instructor. So I taught line dancing in Cleveland from 2008 to like 2013. And then I left and then, moved elsewhere, and now I'm here. So when I was here, after I moved here, and then my daughter and my son-in-law had the venue, I said, well, I should get back into line dancing. So that's how it started, really. So, and I'm enjoying it. The classes are growing. They're on Tuesdays. You come out.
Yes.
Tuesdays, 6:30 to 8:30.
We're hoping to drag her over here, y'all.
Yeah.
That's the reason she's in here in this building today. 'Cause I told her we need to do a line dancing class over here.
Yeah. And we're gonna talk about that.
We'll definitely talk about
But
that.
yeah, I was hoping
Go out.
that we would do a step, but we're out of time, so another time we'll do that. But Sunflowers in Motion is here, for the
So tell me
Sunflower.
this: how many different line dances do you teach
Oh
in this
my
class?
goodness, I teach. There's a lot. There's like a million line dances. I'm probably exaggerating, but I'm not. There's all over the nation. There's all these line dances. I just last year went to a big conference in New Orleans. Over 500 people there from across the nation. You have one song, it could have 5 or 6 line dances to it.
Wow. Wow. Desiree's over there shaking her head, yes. I guess because we all get stuck in, the couple we all know, right? The electric slide,
Right. And I had someone ask me Tuesday who didn't know the electric slide.
I know, but that's the thing.
And she wanted to go to her wedding, and she didn't know how to do the electric slide, and I taught her.
The lady that I'm talking about, she didn't know it either.
Oh, okay.
But and we assume people, we just assume. Let's be real. Everybody knows how to do the electric slide, but there are a lot of people who don't. Hence, I learned that instructor learned the electric slide. But just like I said, watching the class, it looked like so much fun.
It's a lot of
The women
fun.
were laughing and having a good time. So being able to be in that space now where you've started teaching again, what has that been like to have the opportunity to do that again?
It's just been awesome. I mean, it keeps me moving and mobile. As a retired, sometimes you figure out you don't know what else God has in store for your life, but you want to give back to the community. So this is a way for me to do that. And one of the things that I do with the class is on the 4th Tuesday, I have we observe one of the federal health days, whatever it is, mental health, heart disease, and I have someone come in for 5 minutes and talk about an issue, a heart issue. We did have someone come in to talk about the domestic violence not too long ago. So I combine that again with the teaching and education and public health. So.
That's awesome. Always serving. Always serving. Well, tell them where they can catch this class. If they wanna come out
It's
and get this class.
at Anything But Ordinary Events and More, 6650 West Broad Street in Douglasville. Tuesday morning from 11 to 12:30 is beginning novice, and then Tuesday evening 6:30 to 8:30 is just regular, just advanced, beginners, intermediate.
I wonder what is advanced line dancing?
Where the steps are harder.
Okay.
They go gradually. A beginner line dance, it doesn't have a lot of turns and stuff, but after that, you start.
Oh, then y'all start doing. Because I've seen some, and I'm like, wow. Well, I thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so
Can you come
much.
back at the end of the
Yes,
show?
I'll
All right.
be over
Well, tell
there
our
sitting.
audience how they can follow you, or even how they can sign up for the class if they want to.
You can follow me. I do have my Facebook page, Barbara Baylor, and Sunflower Enterprises. It's called Sunflower Life, and there's 2 pages. I have 2 pages, and I'm on Instagram and Twitter as well. And you can also call the shop, Anything But Ordinary Events and More, at 770-905-3911.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you for asking me.
All right. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll be live here with Mr. Haj Womack, live on the Regina Sunshine Show here at Regina Sunshine Global Network. Y'all give her a hand.
Thank you. Thank you.
I thought you were trying to come and get my bracelet. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I want that bracelet. I want it. I love you so much.
Call me when you get home. All right. You ready, Mr. Womack?
I guess so.
know we're running. Yeah, that's good. We're all right. Let me know when you're ready for me.
Yes, it's tight. No, I'm okay.
I am too. You ready? All right. All right, you guys, you are back live on the air with Regina Sunshine here on the Regina Sunshine Show at Regina Sunshine Global Network. A lot of Regina Sunshine. And I am so excited to introduce you to someone that I met in my career. Most people don't hear me talk about what I do outside of this, but welcome to the show, Mr. Hodge Womack.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So good to have you here.
Likewise.
Well, I always like to mention how I met someone. I won't tell you exactly where I met you, but it was in a school.
Indeed.
That's good enough. And so you're an educator.
That's right.
And so before we even get started, tell our audience a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Okay, well, I'm Hodge Womack, and I'm an educator for over 17 years now. And I just love working with children and making history come alive and supporting teachers so that we can do the real work to educate our future. We talk about it, but we have to be about it, and that's what we do.
Well, you know, it's obvious you love the kids and the kids love you, because anytime I've been around you, there's always students somewhere trying to get Mr. Womack's attention. So I love that because so often, as I've seen in education, their teachers do get burnt out and
Yes.
tired and everything, but you're one of those that is always happy and always positive in the hallway, so that's a good thing
Well,
to
thank
see.
you, thank you, thank you.
Well, tell me this. Why education? How did you get into education?
Well, actually, I tried to go the other way. I tried to go business route at one point, and then I fell in love with history when I was at Morehouse College. I fell in love with history, didn't know what I was going to do with it, and then I was going to plan to go to be a college professor, but wound up having my oldest child, Imani Womack, and I said, I got to get out there and let's work.
Yes.
So I wound up teaching 8th grade, and my whole passion was to make people love history like I do.
Yeah.
And that's where it all started.
Isn't it interesting how we have one plan, but
Indeed.
then our passion finds us somewhere else? Now, just imagine if you never had the opportunity to teach,
Absolutely.
right?
I don't know what it would be. How would life be?
Because you're naturally, I see that with you. So the time you spend in the classroom, what does that mean to you, the impact you're having on our young people?
It's so important, so amazing to when you can have a young person have that light turn on. It never gets old.
It does.
It never gets old when a kid really says, I like this subject, or I like that particular topic, or I want to come to school because of you, or I miss other classes, but I'm coming to yours.
Yeah.
It's nothing like that. There's nothing at all like that. I don't know how to quantify it.
And I get that because prior to me meeting you, I taught at a college in South Carolina, math, and that was what I missed. I missed that, the position I was in, you get elevated,
Very
right?
true.
But it pulled me out of the classroom, and that reward
Yes.
of that interaction with the kids, and like you said, like especially with math, when you're showing them and they finally get it, and
Yes.
that light comes on.
It feeds the soul.
Yes.
It truly feeds the soul. But now you're teaching now, just teaching in a
In
different
a
way.
different way.
Absolutely.
In a different way. So, business. You said
Yes.
so you were thinking business before education, but now you're actually an educator and a businessman.
That's correct.
Talk to us about the business.
That's correct. Well, educators, like you said earlier, get burnt out a lot of times. It's just overwhelming with paperwork and outdated workflows. So I decided to build a software package called Teachers in Touch to actually help them with those workflows and paperwork to simplify it so they spend less time on red tape and more on teaching and learning, which is what we got in the job for. We didn't get in it to get rich, but we got in it to make a difference. We want to get back to that.
So how did you go from the classroom to software?
Okay. Yes, that's a different path. Well, I wound up going into administration for about 6 to 8 years of my career. And in that time, I just saw so much and got to see outside of my four walls. And then with that, I said, let me solve this problem. How can we do it? And I went searching and searching and searching for solutions. And I decided, you know what? Can't find it. Let's build it. And that's where it all started. And we went from there and we started doing Teachers in Touch, me and a co-founder of mine, and we got together and let's make it happen.
I love that. I always say, when you see something and you say somebody should, then you're probably the somebody that should because you see
That's right. That's
that
right.
need that needs to be filled.
Absolutely.
And so the software, is it readily available now?
It's readily available. You can go on www.goteachersinTouch.com. And we're also on Facebook, Teachers in Touch, and Twitter and Instagram, also under Teachers in Touch. But all you have to do is go online, log in. We have a 30-day free trial. Try it out. You like it, come on over. That's what we want you to do.
So what are some of the things that the software would do for an educator?
Great question. Well, we have to make phone calls. We also have to do things for special education as well as behavior management. So all three of those things we help manage. So we make the phone calling and the documentation easier, the special education and the documentation of that easier, all of the workflow that comes around. Sometimes a phone call can be 7 to 15 minutes, not just the actual call, but it's also the calling, the typing of, oh, this is what I said, when I said it, and all of those things. We simplify all of that to where it's one touch, and we do other things for you. So you do one thing, we do two for you.
That's what's up. So going from educator to businessman, because of course, education is a service.
That's correct.
And now you're able to create a business that will be a legacy for you and your family.
Absolutely.
Why was that important?
Well, the whole idea is that blacks getting into technology is so important. We're such consumers in a lot of industries, and particularly technology. I want us to shift to this other side, to where we're producers of technology, not just consumers of technology. So that's one of the main focus that we do. So we pledge to give 1% of all of our profits back to the community. So one of the things that we do is, hey, we take the time to teach some aspect of coding or app design or some aspect of technology to our kids. So that's one of the things that we do currently. So it's still teaching, and we want to make a lighter load of teachers because the other careers possible. You would not have Regina. You would not have without a teacher. And that teacher was in 6th grade. So because of her, my life turned around. And that's what we want to make it easier for more Northridge to continue and not just say, I got to run out and get burnt out. So that's what we're all about.
Well, you mentioned, so you're doing some teaching in terms of
Yes.
coding and everything. Do you have any classes that you offer, or are you going to, I guess, into other people's
We
programs?
go
and
into
teaching?
other people's program and teach the program and software and technology and things of that nature.
So if someone has a mentoring program or an after-school
They
program,
can look us up and we'll come out and do the
that.
teaching for you.
That's awesome. So
Yes.
coding, well, it's interesting. I'm hearing a lot about coding lately. It's something
absolutely.
that I think, especially since our young people are so involved in technology,
Yes.
that it's an easy way to draw them in because then they can see where the technology comes
Absolutely.
from. What has your experience been with our young people and
Our
these classes?
kids are so creative. They solve problems. That's where kids say, I can take this problem, see a problem, and leverage technology to solve that particular problem. So what I've seen is that kids, once they see that light that I can actually make the app, design the app to solve that problem, the lights turns on. I've had two kids, one kid, Zora in particular, she literally went from learning to now she's designing her own websites, working on her mom's website by teaching herself how to code based on what we learned in the app design that we did. So it was really an outstanding example in why we do what we do.
I love that, and you're right. It's so important because that's one of the arenas that we aren't as involved in as we should
Absolutely.
be. So
Absolutely.
we definitely got to look into that.
We got to. We have to.
So if someone is listening and they're thinking like people say, "What? Black people don't do that."
No, that's not
what
true.
do you tell them?
That is not true. That's a myth. Don't let that stop you. Don't please go beyond that. Because we are actually big in technology. It's just that we don't see it. You may not get the same airplay. But the thing is, just keep chugging along. Look at for those of us who are out here and say, hey, how can I? Reach out to us. We will definitely help out any which way we can. Feel free, because there's just avenues that'll make it so much easier for you to get into technology and solve that problem that you found.
I love it. What's next? What's
Okay.
next for
What's
you?
next? Well, we can continually to add to the software package. We're looking to expand to do the administrative version of it as well. So where the administrators who do a lot of paperwork as well, simplify that so they can spend more time supporting teachers in the classroom. So less in the office having to do that type of paperwork.
I love it.
that's
So
our
you're
next
already
step.
on.
Oh
to the
yes,
next
oh yes,
thing.
we have to design the next piece. Oh yeah, so we've been asked to do grade book, build the grade book portion out to where we
yes.
really make it a lot more novel as well as a lesson plan. planning. So that's what we're
Oh,
doing.
lesson
next.
planning. I can see all of it. All those things would have made my life real easy.
Absolutely, absolutely. Spend so much time doing that and not enough on the creative side that really turns the light on for the kids because you're spending so much time on this other stuff. We want to reduce that time so you can spend more time on that turns the kid on,
Yeah.
and so you can still have work-life balance so you can enjoy it, won't be burnt out. So
Don't be burned. That's awesome. Well, tell our audience how they can reach you, where they can get the software again.
Absolutely.
And, maybe somebody's got a young person that has some questions about coding and they want to just, ask you a couple questions. How can
Awesome.
they get in contact
Well, you can
with
reach us at www.goteachersintouch.com, and you can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram under Teachers in Touch. So we look forward to hearing from you.
Awesome. Can you stand around to the end of the
I
show?
sure can.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to bring on our last guest. I can't wait. She got a sash and everything, y'all. But we'll be right back here on the Regina Sunshine Show on the Regina Sunshine Global Network.
Thank you.
All right.
You ready?
I need, I think I need another set of batteries for this mic.
Which one is that?
It doesn't, just look in one of the things and just batteries in both boxes.
We
It's-
got, I think he took out,
It's blinking. It's telling me it wants new batteries.
that's the third one,
Yeah.
mic 3?
3993. Yes.
That's that one, yeah. That's the, and I can't even tell if mic 2 is working, cause it's on the other one.
Thank you. Make those-
So we didn't get it mixed up.
And I got brand new batteries, so I don't know where I put.
Hello, Miss Regina. How are you?
I'm good. I'm sorry we're running a few minutes behind. Okay. I never did get your bio, but we're gonna roll with it.
Yeah, oh, well,
It's okay.
roll with it.
Well, watch how we do this.
Mm-hmm.
We ready?
Okay, we good?
We're good?
Yes.
Are you ready? Yes. All right, you guys, you're back live on the air at Regina Sunshine here on the Regina Sunshine Show, and I'm so excited to introduce you guys to her official title is Miss Black Georgia USA, Miss Desiree Dixon.
Hi, how are you?
Girl, I'm all about a sash.
Honey, we gotta look for it.
Where's the sash? Well, I want to mention how we met.
Okay.
A young lady that I've known for years, who is Miss Black North Carolina,
My sister
USA,
queen.
Miss Jasmine Ariel, was supposed to be on the show, and she was like, I can't make it, but I got somebody fabulous for you to meet, and so she connected us. So shout out to Jasmine. 'cause
Thank
she said
you,
she was gonna
Jazz.
be watching.
Mwah. Thank you.
So let's go ahead and talk about it. Tell our audience a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Okay, well, my name is Desiree Dixon. I graduated from North Carolina A&T State University.
I'm an Aggie.
Ha-
Aggie Pride!
Aggie Pride! That's see, you know what? That connection is everything. Yeah, so you have to come to our alumni groups that we have here. It's such a big thing. We're making it.
I know I'm in the Facebook group, but it's like I've been so busy. It's like
I
I've never made it
understand.
out to
I
anything.
understand. Well, we have a lot of events coming up, definitely towards the end of the year, and it's towards of our huge holiday soiree in December. So I'll definitely keep you informed.
Keep me
I
informed.
will.
Yes.
So yeah, I am a graduate. I graduated A&T 2013. I have an English degree with a minor in philosophy. History actually was my favorite subject. It really was. So for you to talk about that was amazing because it really kept me in school. I probably really should have majored in history, but English was also a second love, so that just happened. Going to college, I wanted to become a lawyer. I wanted to be a criminal lawyer. I wanted to be a district attorney. That was my goal, my drive. But while in college, I got a passion out of nowhere for dance. I joined the auxiliary squad for the band, Golden Delight, and it just drew a passion out of me out of nowhere. And what's so interesting is that I auditioned with that squad with my dorm mate. And as a freshman, you're just not really have the ability to not have friends.
Yeah.
So I auditioned with her, but it was very unfortunate that she did not make the squad and I did. So I'm not a quitter, so I kept it going, and it just blew up inside of me. So
After I graduated college, I moved to Atlanta literally within about 30 days. And I started taking classes at a dance studio called Gotta Dance Atlanta. And I became an intern there and just really molding myself, starting from the beginning, starting from the bottom, going up. And luckily, within 3 months, I booked my first professional job with Lettucey. She's a neo soul artist. I was in her music video for "I Blame You," and
That's it. We gotta go look for Desiree right now. I gotta go find the video.
I'm the only one with the big hair. So "I Blame You," and then what was so interesting was my first job with her, anything as a professional. And after that, she literally told me on set the last day with last hour. She was like, "What are you doing this weekend?" I was like, nothing. I'm going to work. She was like, I need for you to fly out to New Jersey tomorrow. I want you to perform with me on Black Girls Rock. I literally flew out within 24 hours, booked the flight, was like, okay, where am I? Luckily, I'm from New Jersey, so I was happy to be with my family, but to also perform at Black Girls Rock.
I know, right?
Black Girls Rock 2013, I performed with her, "I Blame You." And to be honest, that started my career. I became very close with the choreographer. She's like a big sister, dance mom. She's everything to me. She books me literally the day of Black Girls Rock was on a Saturday. That Sunday, I flew back home. That Monday, she called me and was like, I need you to fly to Miami, and I need you to be there Thursday because I want you to do a music video with Pitbull for me. And I was like, well, I guess I'll get there Thursday. I guess I'll be there. And literally after that, I was able to network with Michael Jackson's choreographers, Rich and Tone. And I was in LA and I did something with Robin Thicke, and literally,
divine appointment after divine appointment.
Seriously. And then at Lettucey, she kept me on, and I did the BET Awards for her when she did the tribute to Lionel Richie. I was one of her dancers as well. So it's really been an amazing career. Like, people say that, you can't have a career within the entertainment industry, or especially as a dancer. And to be honest with you, that's been my only job, straight out of a college. And, like I said, I wanted to be an attorney and go to law school, but dance really brought a passion out of me. It was something that I was not expecting at all. And I've literally been a professional dancer for the past 5 years. I am now a new mom.
Congratulations.
Yeah, my daughter, she's 10 months old, and she literally has been the light of my life. And upon that, as when I actually discovered the pageant, Miss Black Georgia. It's not really it's a huge pageant as it is. Still up and coming, so was this really something that's broadcast as much, more so of an interview process, but it was so many applicants that I was just really happy to be chosen as to represent the state. Yeah. And I will be attending the nationals soon, so I'm excited about that. But I am getting back into dancing as well as modeling. I do a lot of hair modeling for my hair.
Real, that hair is everything.
I do a lot of hair modeling for Heat Free Hair. I'm not sure if you heard about them, but actually the owner of Heat Free Hair is an Aggie. Really? And she was a big sister of mine when I was a freshman, and we just kept in contact, and I'm one of her models. But I also do a lot of things for Bygin hair coloring, as well as different things for Bronner Brothers that we have coming up. But I make sure to stay active. My love, my passion, my career, it really is as for modeling, acting, and dancing. Dancing has always been my number one, so I'm really thankful to make that a career. It's really blossomed into something that I didn't imagine at all.
I'm blown away. I really am. Because I think about, like you said, where you started in terms of thinking this is the route you were going to go. But being willing to flow, and allow things to happen.
Yeah, I was willing to flow, and when that passion really thrives inside of you, it's tunnel vision. You don't see anything else. So I really was thankful for that. I'm thankful for my family for being there, being a great support for me, and pushing me to my goal. My mother always told me growing up, she never thought, she was like, Desiree, I know you want to be a lawyer, but I don't see that for you. Mom knows. Moms always know. And she was like, Desiree, I don't really see that for you. You're going to be in the entertainment industry somehow, some way. Because, as a little girl, you want to be a singer, and you just want to that just wasn't my route. Don't ask me to sing now.
So what does Mama say now?
My mom, she knows. She knew that I was meant to be a dancer or just somewhere within the entertainment world. She gets so excited. I've been on Macy's, a Macy's Day Parade. I've been on BT Awards, Black Girls Rock. I've been able to actually travel internationally as well. I've been to London, South Africa, Switzerland, Belgium. Just for my career, I danced with August Alsina, well as opening up for Chris Brown and things of that nature. And the places I've been able to go just because of dance and just because I followed my true passion, it's amazing. And so she's very happy and proud of me. So every time I traveled somewhere, I always brought something back for her. And I would send it from there, you know, so you have that envelope, that stamp. I would send it to her, my dad, and my grandmother. They're very close to me, so she's happy. She still has things saved on her DVR from 2011.
Of course, Mama gotta show everybody how bad you dance.
And she was like, "Desiree, you want to watch Black Girls Rock? Let's do this." I was like, "Mom, this is 5 years ago."
Nah, you still Mama's baby. She's gonna show this all. This is like showing you baby pictures. Come on,
Yes.
in, sit down. That's why Desiree dance.
So she's very happy, and she's very happy for what I've done. So now, you know, being a mom, it is a little bit of a struggle to get back into it, but it's like what I am focusing on now is that balance, you know, making sure that I'm able to balance being a stakeholder, as well as a dancer, a model, but still being a full-time mom. Like, that's my devotion. Naya, that's the name of my daughter. Her name is Naya. She strives and pushes me to be better. So, yeah, that's me.
So why did you decide to enter the pageant?
I've always been fascinated by pageants. And when I found out that, unfortunately, I could not be a Miss, MISS, I was like, oh, man. Well, I was like, you know what, I'll still support. And then when it was brought to my attention to be a Miss, I was like, oh, wow, this is amazing. I am an advocate for women empowerment, for women believing in themselves, standing up, and going for that goal, going for what they want. And it's so funny because I never saw myself as a big sister or even just an inspiration to other people, but so many people look up to me, and I'm just like, really? Okay, well, you know, okay. So for kids and people even my age, I'm just 27 years old. For somebody my age and for kids and even some people older to look up to me and to really believe in me, I think is amazing. So I want to make sure that I can reach out, not to just people in Atlanta or the Smyrna area. Like, if I can reach out to everybody in Georgia and maybe even more, that's a great accomplishment for me. So I'm excited about that.
I love it. Even as you're speaking, I'm thinking about when Miss Baylor was up here, just the ability to do something that you're passionate about, to live that dream on a daily basis.
Yes.
What does that feel like?
It is amazing. It's so funny. I was talking with a friend earlier today, and he was like, you know, we thought only adults, or you were really a grown-up. You know, growing up, you see your parents just always looking in their emails or checking emails. Like, now we're really adults. Like, this is what we do every day. And I was like, yeah, we do. Like, this is the way of our booking. So to look in my email, I have an agent. I'm with Excel Talent Agency. And for him to send me something like, hey, you're booked, and I don't have to audition for it. Like, it's a direct book. The choreographer knows who I am, and she or he just wants to book me just because they know who I am. Either they worked with me before and they know my professionalism. And so that's an amazing feeling to have that credibility.
Yes.
And I just know that people, especially some dancers, have been training and dancing for years. And to be honest with you, I feel like I started extremely late. I didn't join the dance squad until I was in college, and I went to college at 17.
That was divine appointment.
I went to college at 17, and so, you know, they're up here talking about fouette turns and calypsos, and I was like, can you spell that? I don't even know what that is. So it's like I have to do this research, and I just felt so behind. But with me, I will do the research, but it's like I may be slow in the beginning, but once I got it, I'm good. So I learned really fast. And I did not want to be left behind, and I did not want to be the one that, oh, okay, maybe next time. You know, the infamous thank you hurts your feelings. Thank you for coming. It hurts your feelings so bad, and I don't like my feelings being hurt. So I made sure to really focus and really stay tuned in my craft And I was just very thankful that even though I came to Atlanta in 2013, I was in the studio every day. I was working and I was in the studio. I was a waitress, and then I was also at the studio. It was one or the other. You didn't see me anywhere else. And I did that for about 3 months straight, and that's when I landed my first professional job. And the professionalism that I had, even though I didn't know anything, so I was just sitting there really and just taking everything in. The choreographer as well as the artists loved it. They loved it so much that they wanted to keep me. They wanted to use me for different projects, different artists. I was at the BET Awards, and I was at the Black Girls Rock. Then I was in Miami for Pitbull. Then I was in LA for Robin Thicke. And you know, other people see that, other choreographers. I'll never forget Jamaica Craft. She is amazing. Guys, she's Usher's choreographer, and she booked me, direct booked me. I didn't even audition. I was like, she knows who I am. I've never worked with her. How does she know me? And she knows me because she's following my journey. You never know who's following you, who's really watching you. And for her to really follow my journey and love me so much that she wants to book me for a movie, oh, I'll be there. I'll be there.
That's
No problem.
called favor.
Yes.
That's called supernatural favor. Because let me tell you, like you said, there are people who've been training their whole lives and have not happened, as I said, happened to be in the spaces you've been in for those things to happen. You know, that's God opening those doors for you. In other words, it's already there. You just had to walk into the space and be what God has called you to be.
Yes, I've been very thankful to be on Empire. She's the choreographer for that, creative director for that. And she was like, I need you to be in Chicago within about 3 days. Thankfully, I had family there, so I had somewhere to stay, and I just Ubered back and forth. But that experience alone was something amazing. Then to come back, and then she wanted to make sure that I was still working toward my goal. That I didn't just stop and stay stagnant. And be like, okay, I got this. Somebody's gonna call me. No. Don't get. You can never get too comfortable because somebody is working just as hard as you are. So of course I stayed. I continued to work. I went on tour with August Alsina. He being with him, being his dance captain, really opened my eyes up and really pushed me for my drive. And you know, it's an amazing feeling to dance on stage and to dance in front of a crowd and in front of a packed stadium. We danced at the Wireless Festival, which is one of the biggest festivals in the country, to be honest with, in the world. And there was over 80,000 people in the audience. And to feel that energy, you know, to have that great energy. They don't know who I am at all, but they're happy for me, you know.
Yes.
To have that feeling is it's an amazing feeling, and I can't wait to have it again. But it's an amazing feeling. So I am truly thankful for my journey and my path, because it's something that I didn't push for it. I wanted to be an attorney. I wanted to be like they were on Law and Order. Like, that's what I wanted. And for God to be like, no, I don't think so. Actually, we're going to take you this way. So, yeah, I've been able to do numerous TV shows, about 4 different movies. And like I said, it's really my professionalism as well as my craft. I'm good at what I do, but it's my professionalism that keeps me going. So my spirit, my personality, my punctuality of being on time, like those details are very important. And yeah, they all. I'm truly blessed for it. I truly am.
Well, you have lit up this space. I'm inspired. Everybody else inspired? I'm inspired. Just listening to you. If there's a little girl watching, you know, and she's thinking, like I said with Mr. Womack, you know, people that come from where I come from can't do those things. What would you say to them?
Yeah, if what I would say to them, it was like, I would say, never stop dreaming. And don't let anybody diminish your dream. Don't anybody tell you that, you know, you're too dark. You're too dark for that. As a brown-skinned woman, unfortunately, growing up, that was something that always hurts me. I never felt pretty enough. And in any industry, not just the entertainment industry, any industry, you know, they categorize you, or they typecast you on your skin complexion, who you are, but never let that diminish your dream or diminish your value as a girl, as a woman, as a person. Because you're so much bigger than that. I'm so much bigger than brown skin. I'm so much bigger
Yeah.
than my hair, and my hair is big.
Your hair is
So
big, baby.
I'm so much, and I'm so much bigger than that. And my passion, my drive, it keeps me going. So I'm very thankful for that. I have a new company that I'm starting up. It's called Dose of Desire. You know, half of my name. I teach a heels class for women that that do not know how to walk in heels or do not know how to dance in heels. That's my thing. I love to teach and I love to empower others, not just talking to you, but action as well. Let me give you that feeling so you can feel good when that song comes on, not feel like you look stupid in front of others.
Trust me, I've seen a lot of people that need your class.
So I've been thankful to have this starting up. I teach a class. I'm gonna start teaching in the studios in September, so I'm really excited about that. But I also do privates and I teach bachelorette classes. Before I got pregnant, I was actually teaching a bride. She wanted to dance at her wedding, and I booked the dancers for it. I made sure the dancers were adequately paid for their service because you want to. I mean, this is our livelihood, so we don't want to be cheated. So I made sure of that, but I also taught the routine for her so she can feel confident while at her wedding. You know, so I do things
I
like
got
that.
some clients, some people I want to connect you with.
Yes, make them come my way.
You
Yeah,
know, I'm always thinking connections.
yes. So that's what I do. Not only do I just teach classes to women, teach it to kids as well, jazz, but women, really motivating women, just because we are so much harder on ourselves. And then even as moms, new moms at that, considering I'm still a new mom, it can be a struggle, and sometimes you feel like you're in it alone. But we have such a huge surrounding, and we just don't know about it. And anything to build up confidence is a great thing. Like to see a woman walk down the street and she is confident in herself is amazing. She may not be the most pretty on the outside, but who's judging? Who's judging that? Confidence is everything.
Confidence is so sexy.
Confidence is yes. So sexy is confident,
I love
and
it.
I want to make sure I'm able to instill that into any woman.
Well, we have really enjoyed you. Like I said, I'm inspired just listening to you. Tell our audience how they can follow you on social media.
Yes, so my social media, my Instagram, bear with me, it's _Desiree, DESIREE _Monet, MONAY _. I'm sorry, I know it's a lot. That's my personal Instagram where you'll be able to follow me on my journey as of teaching, when I'm teaching, where I'm teaching. My mother currently lives in South Carolina, so when I go visit her, I teach a class there, but I also teach classes in North Carolina, wherever. So if you want to follow me personally, you can look on my personal Instagram. My journeys as of Miss Black Georgia, it's Miss Black Georgia USA on Instagram, and on Facebook it's Desiree M as in Mary .Dixon DIXON. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to bring the other guests back so we can all say goodbye together, and that'll be it. You're live with Regina Sunshine, and yes, our Miss Black Georgia USA, Miss Desiree Dixon, here on the Regina Sunshine Show. Stay where you are. You have 5 minutes. All right. So somebody come sit beside me. Somebody come sit beside Desiree, and then somebody pull up a chair, and then we'll close out.
That probably would have been a lot to put in the bio.
That's good. You good? You all right? Yeah. You can come sit beside me. All right. Make sure Mr. Womack is in the shot. He's in the shot. Okay. This is such a good show.
This is amazing.
You ready?
Okay,
You good?
gotta be mine.
All right. Is that book in her face?
Nope.
Okay. All right, you guys, you are back live in the air with Regina Sunshine here on the Regina Sunshine Show, and I am back with all of my guests from today's show, which was amazing. I enjoyed each of you so much. But I'd love to close out the show with my guests, giving you an opportunity to speak a word of encouragement to our audience. So, and I kind of already asked this question. We're going to go, but I think I'm going to ask it a different way. We talked before about people being in spaces that maybe they're thinking because of where I come from or the way I look or whatever, I can't achieve particular things. And a lot of it probably has to do with what they're hearing around them. So to our audience today, tell them maybe something practical they can do to build their positive self-image, to help them overcome the negative that's around them. Maybe something you do on a daily basis that keeps you positive and upbeat. We'll start with Mr. Womack.
Well, one, I pray every day. Just pray every day. So that's the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning. That keeps me positive. And the second thing is just dwell on the positive.
Yes.
Find that positive aspect. If it was 10 days ago, 1 day ago, or a year ago, dwell in that positive, live in that positive, and have no choice but to be positive around you.
Awesome. I love it. Ms. Baylor?
I pray is also the thing that is very important for me. I do that in the morning. And the second thing is always to remember that there's always somebody else worse off than you. So that keeps you from having that pity party with yourself. It's just remembering. And I've come across so many people that have so many, challenges more so than me. So remember that. And then last thing is my slogan, always let your life be a reflection of the sunflower. Think about the sunflower inside of you and give back to your community.
Awesome. Desiree?
Me, well, prayer. I guess I'm gonna have to, because believing in God. God is really, He knows what you need more than you do, and He will guide you in the path, because you think you know, but you really don't. And something else that I will also install is that, just be happy. What I also do at home is I have a vision board. I have one for about 6 months, and I have one for about 3 years. And I make sure I constantly look at that. It's something inspiring, something to keep me going. I have a words of aspiration papers glued on not glued, but taped to my mirror in my bathroom. Just words of encouragement for me to really keep going and keep pushing through, because unfortunately I don't always have happy days, but I do have happy memories and happy moments, and I want to make sure that as long as I still remember that and I believe that within myself, that my day will be better. So those are just things that I do, and I would recommend for anybody to do. Just little notes on it could be sticky notes or just huge paper on your mirror or somewhere in your house or even in your car, just to keep your motivation going.
Awesome. Lakeisha?
Okay, just like everybody said, prayer. And the second thing is to just do it. When I launched my first event, I had no idea that the doors that have opened for me, the radio interviews, TV interviews, had no idea that all that would just transpire from one event. Just whatever your passion, whatever your purpose, whatever you want to do in life, just do it. Let your fear fuel you to do it.
Awesome. That's good stuff. Well, I thank y'all so much for encouraging our audience. To my audience, I leave you with the words I always leave you with. Remember this: God loves you just the way you are. You are beautiful because you were created in love. You were fearfully and wonderfully made. You have the seeds of greatness within you. You were born to live a victorious life. You are brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous. You are worthy of the best things in life. A big shout out to our sponsors, Lanita Mitchell Blackwell with Leading Through Living and Bold Favor Magazine, to Terry Cersei with Studio T. A shout out to our second time producer, Miss Christine Gardner in the building. Y'all give her a hand. And to my audience, just remember, continue to pursue your dreams. I promise you, God has already gone before you and prepared the way. All you got to do is show up. Your showing up shows him that you have faith to do the things that he said that you can do. All right? I leave you with my personal motto. I always say it's not over till I win. If I hadn't won yet, that just means it's not over. So I tell you today, it's not over till you win. If you hadn't won yet, baby, that just means it's not over. Be blessed and keep winning. We're out.
Amen.
You guys.
This was amazing. Thank you.
Let's get a picture. Sit back down real quick. We'll get a group picture.
Okay.
Get a group picture. I know, because you was. I could see people commenting and stuff, because my phone was going ding, 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 ding. Yeah.